Hello and welcome to Nenagh, County Tipperary, a place steeped in history. Hometown of 3 Olympic gold medalists, it's also the home county of reigning national champion Roy White, and what better place to kick off the new season?
It's wet and windy here in Nenagh for round 1 of the Triton Showers National Rally Championship, and the calibre of the top 10 entry here alone just goes to show that this championship goes from strength to strength year on year.
With 4 former champions seated at the head of a very strong entry list, victory at the Abbey Court Hotel Nenagh Stages Rally won't come easy. The event also hosts the opening rounds of the Top Part West Coast and the Colton Motors Midlands East Rally Championships, so competition will be intense across the 8 demanding stages.
We intend to commit to the championship, so hopefully we'll get a good start today.
Massive competition here, some really quick guys. Any one of the top 5, 6, 7 cars capable of winning here today, so I'm really looking forward to it.
We're looking forward to today, and not like last year, we had a bad start at the beginning of the year, so we do need points today, hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's nice to get back out in the World Car and into the National Championship here. Really looking forward to it. Challenging morning, so it's going to be interesting. We're just here to learn the car and try and get around without any trouble, which will be tricky in those conditions, but now here to enjoy it, so see how it goes.
It could be anybody's race.
Clerk of the course, Bill Ryan and his team at the Birr District Motor Club have set out 4 demanding stages, each done twice. The 2 morning tests, 40 Acres and Clockprior, are based around the village of Borris O'Kane. While the afternoon stages, Patrickswell and Kilmore, are located southwest of Nenagh. The weather was a mixed bag. Overcast at best and monsoon-like at worst. So nothing out of the ordinary for the seasoned rally veteran. Not quite a veteran, but with plenty of on-stage experience, it was unusual to see Sam Moffat fluff his opening lines. More recently used to an R5 Fiesta, the Monaghan driver was readjusting to WRC power for his attack on the National Championship. And despite that stall, he was fastest on stages 1, 3 and 4 to open up a 30-second lead. Declan Boyle had a slow start by his standards, setting 5th quickest time on the opener in a similar machine. Quickest on stage 2, the 2-time national champion climbed to 2nd overall with cousin Brian on the notes. A heart-stopping moment on stage 3 left Brian in a brief, stunned silence.
150. Up the gear, 3 right tightens, keep in, cut the speed, 100. The 6 left at the junction. 500 up the middle. We get away with that. Keep it going, by 2 left over crest, narrows up here. Remember the bump on the road.
Roy White was 3rd quickest on the opening 2 tests in another Fiesta WRC. He felt his tyre choice was a little too brave for the repeat run, but overall the defending champion was happy with his morning's work. 2015 champion Donagh Kelly was 2nd quickest on the opening stage in his title-winning Ford Focus WRC. A spin at a hairpin on stage 2 dropped the Donegal man to 4th overall as he looked to rebuild confidence after some time away from the sport. Newcomer to the championship and learning the ins and outs of his new Fiesta WRC, Mark Donnelly was 7th after the opener. The Oma native is clearly a quick learner as he climbed to 5th by the end of stage 4.
Middle over flat crest 120, all the way to the crest jump, remember, C150. Middle over flat crest 80, 6 right, hold over crest at the top. 3, 2,
Multiple champion and stalwart of the series, Niall Maguire was put immediately on the back foot with a misted windscreen throughout the first two stages. Lying 6th overall, the Monaghan man was not happy with the situation.
Bad gravel, stay in 100. One left into 2 right in the sudden turn, 5 right through the junction. Remember this one. And then it nips 3 left. Nips 3 left. 40. Flat right over crest, go 200.
Niall, you're well used to these conditions.
Windscreen all steamed up, couldn't see. I lost time there, I had to switch on to lag off, I just couldn't see where I was going. Windscreen steamed up, so not good.
With conditions proving troublesome for many, Adrian Hetherington was taking it all in his stride to lead the two-wheel drive category in his Class 14 Escort. Just 7 seconds off Hetherington in another 2.5 litre Mark II was Gary McPhillips. He held 8th overall.
Gary, a lot of people struggling out there.
Yeah, I know, it's a wee bit more grip than you expect, but it's just taken a while to get into it. Now, with a reasonably good cut through the first one, and then that last one there, I found it a bit tricky now towards the end, but we'll just keep a steady pace and hopefully it'll come together later on in the day.
There's serious talk of those conditions, Adrian. How are you finding them?
I like them.
You like them? Great.
They're good, they're good. There's plenty of grip. There's places that's a wee bit slippy where it's greasy, where there's a lot of mud, but generally the tyre is nice and smooth, nicely washed and plenty of grip on it, as far as I'm concerned anyhow.
Stephen McCann was still getting to know his Fiesta S2000 and felt the car lacked top speed in the opening stages. He held 9th overall and led Class 5.
40, 4 right in over the gravel, remember this. 4 right in over the gravel. 1 left tightens to 3 left. And flat 1 right. 40, flat 1 right over the crest and flat crest.
Holding second in Class 5 was Paul Rowley, who was perhaps regretting leaving the sunnier climes of America.
Long 6 right, 60, 5 left and crest, only 80 down the middle, turn square left after the sign, big don't cut.
Third in Class 5 was Nathan Cafiro from the Isle of Man, with Irishman Ray Fitzpatrick calling the notes in the Citroën DS3.
Line 5 left over crest, 600. Again, set yourself, keep comfy. Line 5 left over crest, 600. Come on, go with that, go with that. That's for you, way to go. 600, you're on.
Having damaged the front of the car in the opening loop, they eventually retired after a fraught event.
And the fast 4 left over finish, 150. Fast 4 left here over finish, what did you give over? You have it, that's you, well done. Woo, stuff.
No problems for Kerry crew Ed Murphy and John McCarthy, who were third in the two-wheel drive standings and 10th overall. Debuting his fabulous new Darien T90, Ian Barrett had been third in class and 10th overall, but when his wipers stopped working on stage 2, he lost a few places before climbing back to 11th.
What a beautiful car to look at out there, but how are you finding the conditions?
Oh, we've no wipers.
Well, wipers are kind of important in these conditions.
Yeah, the first stage was good, and then started the second stage, it just stopped working. And as you can see, you can't see a thing, so disaster.
Having won the Junior Championship in 2014 and Class 11F in 2016, Cormac Phelan and Katja Isle were contesting Class 13 in their Honda Civic, and they led the field after 4 stages. In Class 4, last year's Group N tarmac champion David Guest was hoping to add the national title this year. He led the category at the halfway point.
David leading Group N.
Yeah, we're having a good run. Everything going according to plan, so it's good to be ahead after 4. We're trying hard, but taking it nice and handy in places where we need to, so couldn't be better.
29 seconds behind and second was former Group N champion Shane Maguire. Neil Tohill was a further 7 seconds back to hold third in class and 15th overall.
80, black crest again, 60, jump okay past wall, 100, repeat jump okay past wall, 100, dip over water past lane, watch the water into crest jump and jump 250 and jump now 250.
Backed by championship co-sponsors Vado, Paul Barrett was hoping to build on a couple of Group N wins last season, but a slow start left him 4th in class and playing catch-up in his Subaru Impreza.
5 left and 3 left, 40. Oh,
Tricky stages. Are you happy with how you're getting on?
Yeah, this morning we were asleep this morning. Their last two were happy enough and got into good rhythm. Now this afternoon is two new stages, so it's like a new rally, and probably muckier and grittier than the other one. So should suit us a little bit more, hopefully.
Sam, you're absolutely fine out there. No one can catch you. You've no fear.
No, well, we're happy enough. The car's working well and the tyres are working well, so we'll just push accordingly.
And no hesitation at all, even with that standing water out there.
Oh, there's plenty of moments and stuff, but yeah, luckily we're all right.
Declan holding second, but Sam is away on you.
Sam is away, mate, but on some time there, that last stage, 10 seconds, I don't think we'll be fit to get it. No way.
You have to hold back a little bit on the speed with those conditions.
The conditions are unreal there. We had a couple of big slides there on stage 3 and 4. Massive slides where we had to hold water, and just in fifth gear, she took off, and lucky to get it back.
Roy, you're holding third. Are you happy with that based on these conditions?
Yeah, we're going okay. Maybe didn't have the right tyre choice for that line, but for those stages. But you know, we're still here. The conditions are tricky, so I'm happy enough to be here.
So in the ever-changing conditions, it's Sam Moffat who leads at the halfway point of the Abbey Court Hotel Nina Stages Rally.
The weather conditions have not deterred the pace of Sam Moffat, who holds a convincing lead. But with 4 more challenging stages to go, it really could be anyone's rally. Join us for more from round 1 of the Triton Showers National Rally Championship after the break.
Welcome back to Tipperary for part 2 of the Abbey Court Hotel Nina Stages Rally. Sam Moffat set 2 more fastest times on his first run over the pair of afternoon stages to increase his lead to 58 seconds. Third and second on stages 5 and 6 respectively, Declan Boyle had no answer to the pace of Moffat in front.
Fast out. 1 left absolute, 200. Up the 3 right, very shiny. 3 right, very shiny, and the 3 left. Here's the road. 1 crest absolute, 150. Up on the 2 right absolute, and the 2 left in the dip. You're braking for 150. The very shiny square left, very shiny. .130. Your crest cut the speed for a 3 right flown.
Donna Kelly was second quickest on stage 5 and climbed to 3rd overall at the expense of Roy White and one of our GoPros. White was happy to maintain 4th and wasn't taking any undue risks. Mark Donnelly was really being thrown in at the deep end as he continued to learn his new machine. He held 5th overall.
3 left minus half long, that's 3 left minus half long. Into 2 right plus, that's 2 right plus here and long 3 left, that's long 3 left, into 4 right plus, 40, 2 right half long, what's this here now, 60, 6 right over crest, and long 4 left plus.
There was a change at the top of the 2-wheel drive leaderboard as Gary McPhillips clocked in a pair of fastest times to edge into the lead. Just 0.3 of a second ahead of Adrian Hetherington with 2 stages to go. Heading into the final service halt, it was event co-sponsor Andrew Slattery who led Class 2 in the Slattery's Garage Peugeot.
All going good. Even though it's wet, there's still lots of grip. So we're enjoying it, leading the class by a couple of seconds, so try and get us to finish now.
From sponsors to safety personnel, a lot goes into running a rally. And despite an excellent 2016, insurance costs are ever increasing, and the message from organisers is to stay safe.
Richard, safety for the new season is so important.
It's vital because obviously last year has been a fantastic year for us. This year we're trying to make it as good, and the idea is to ask people who are going spectating, whether you're spectating on stages or in service areas or whatever the case may be, that you act responsibly, obey the marshals and officials at all times, because we need to have a very good year again in 2017.
Marshals are so important to safety.
Marshals are an integral part of the safe running of all our events. We do ask all the spectators to obey the marshals at all time. Without marshals on our stages, we just won't have rallying into the future. Without people obeying the marshals and their directions, we won't have rallying into the future. So our message is very clear. Please obey the marshals at all times and think before you stand.
To the class winners now, and taking victory in the historic category were David Ryan and Donal Hannon in the Mark 1 Escort. In the junior section, Tom Holton and Ryan Diver took third in their Honda Civic. Jake Lennon and Michael Hamilton showed how easy it was to fall foul of the conditions, but the Clare crew were quickly on their way again and claimed second in the junior class. But taking a convincing junior win on the opening round were last year's runners-up, Michael Boyle and Dermot McCafferty from Donegal.
Michael, round 1 and all those points on the board, you must be delighted.
Yeah, we got good points now and it's something to build on, so we'll go to the next one and see what happens.
Securing maximum points in Class 1 were Des Roach and Daniel Brown, who finished second in class to unregistered crew Brian and Mark Kerwin from Laois. Tipperary's Andrew Kearney finished third in Class 2, with Owen O'Neill navigating in the Fiesta. Galway's Andrew and Kieran Burke took second in class in the Honda Civic. Victory in Class 2 went to local crew Andrew Slattery and Andrew Brown in the Peugeot 208. Nick Barnett and Martin Brady survived an early scrape to win Class 3 in the Give Blood, Give Platelet Civic that has won its class on the opening round of the Tarmac, Forest and National Championships. In Class 4, Paul Barrett and Declan Tumulty had an improved afternoon to finish third in the Vado-backed Subaru. Shane Maguire and Paul McLaughlin had to settle for the runner-up spot in the Triton-backed Mitsubishi. Taking a start-to-finish victory in the production class was Clonakilty's David Guest, with Monaghan's Emmett Sherry navigating in the Evo 9.
Yeah, delighted. We came here that was the plan coming here, get good points in the first round and take it from there, so we couldn't have asked for much better.
Paul Rowley returned to New York with maximum points in Class 5 as he and navigator Colin Fitzgerald finished second to unregistered crew Stephen McCann and Damien Fleming, who finished 8th overall in the Fiesta S2000. David and Rita D took their Austin Mini Cooper to second in Class 9. Convincing winners of the class were Sean Ford and Kevin Cunneen in the Vauxhall Nova. Kerry crew Sean Enright and Connor Walsh won Class 10 in their Mark II Escort. Second place secured maximum points in Class 11F for Des Lyons and Aisling McCardle, who finished 34 seconds behind unregistered class winners Darren Young and PJ O'Dowd in another Honda Civic. Early mechanical trouble forced Richard and Brian Harney to rejoin the rally under Rally 2 rules, and the Waterford brothers did well to salvage third in Class 11R.
You have a 5 right, very slippy, and then you've only 60 chicane right entry, 4 bail. Come back now for the bend, yeah, come back. And the square right, mind it now, it's slippy. Come back now. Square right over gravel. Then you've 60, then 6 left. And 6 left continues down over the finish, all the way down.
Sean McAvoy and Conor Duff took second in Class 11R in their Escort G3. Runners-up in the 11F Championship for 3 years in a row, Jason Toohill and Ben Taggart started off the new season with a convincing class win, although there were a few heart-stopping moments inside the Mark 1 Escort.
The 4 left of the top. In the crest. Oh, shit. Course, okay. 4 left, only.
Defending Class 12 champions Eamon McGuigan and Michael Moran had to settle for the runner-up spot in Neenah. 16 seconds behind the 2015 champion Vincent Collins, who had Fintan Kilroe navigating for the opening round. Sean Moran and Jonathan Keane overcame mechanical trouble in their Mark II to finish third in Class 13. Barry Morris and Declan Campbell had a trouble-free run in their impressive Escort to finish second in class. Taking a convincing win in Class 13 were Cormac Phelan and Katya Owl, who finished 19th overall in the Honda Civic. Happy to have the wipers back working on his Darion T90, Ian Barrett recovered a few places over the closing stages to finish third in Class 14 and 12th overall. There was an epic contest for two-wheel drive honours, and Adrian Hetherington retook the lead on the penultimate stage, but he and navigator Ronan O'Neill had to settle for the runner-up spot and 9th overall, as Gary McPhillips and James McNulty went fastest by 4 seconds on the final test to win by 2.4 seconds in the end.
We had a good battle with Adrian the whole way to the end. So we were level going out on the last 2 stages, and then Adrian took 1 or 2 off me in the second lesson. So we just put a wee push on and got to nip them in the last stage. So very happy with it.
New York-based Irishman Martin Donnelly took the Class 15 win, with Kerry's Brian Doherty calling the notes in the Toyota Corolla.
6 right, minus, at the fence, 60, to a slowing 5 right and 3 left. He's going 5 right and 3 left in a turn, hairpin right, handbrake on the island.
Got to stop, right? Yeah. Hairpin right?
Hairpin right. And a 3 left, come on.
Clareman Alan O'Callaghan finished 3rd in Class 20 and 15th overall, with Cathal McGrath navigating in the Subaru Impreza.
We have a 1 right, and then slow 2 left over crest past the wall, slow 2 left over crest past the wall, 40, and then caution 4 right in over gravel, 4 right in over gravel past the junction, into a 1 left, tightens to a 3 left.
Scotsman Lee Hastings took 2nd in class and 13th overall, with local navigator Alistair Wiley. Tyrone's Mark Donnelly and Barry McNulty won Class 20 and finished 5th overall. They also nabbed the Triton Showers Drive of the Day award on their championship debut in the Fiesta.
Mark, Drive of the Day, a lovely honour.
Yeah, it was good. Surprisingly get it in the first day out, but no, we got around okay today. We didn't break any records, but no, we're happy with it and happy to get to the end and useful miles. So good start for the next round.
Niall Maguire and Enda Sherry finished 6th overall in the Triton-backed Subaru S12B WRC. Reigning champions Roy White and James O'Brien opened their title defence with a 4th place finish in Neenah. Donna Kelly and Conor Foley were fastest on the final stage to secure the Power Stage bonus point, but finished 3rd overall in the Focus WRC. After a poor start to the season last year, Donegal cousins Declan and Brian Boyle were happy to open their account with a runner-up spot and score some good points in their Fiesta WRC. But taking the win at the opening round of the championship were Sam Moffat and James Fulton. The Monaghan-Cavan pair were quickest on all but 2 of the 8 stages and arrived back at the Abbey Court Hotel in Neenah with almost a minute to spare in their Fiesta WRC.
Guys, you must be absolutely delighted home in first place.
Yeah, delighted now. It was a tough day, but good to get here, and thankfully that's it.
Calling the notes in those conditions, my goodness.
Yeah, that was tough at times, but lucky to get to the end of it, yeah. Delighted.
So congratulations to Sam and James on their emphatic win, which has certainly set the bar for the rest of the season.
After a daring drive in treacherous conditions, no one could deny Sam Moffat the win here for round 1 of the Triton Showers National Rally Championship. Join us for round 2 when we head to the Midland Rally in Longford. We'll see you then.